Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do K Episode 5 review. Now, this week's episode of K, it was smooth. Like, you feel me? Like, it was smooth. Like a babbling brook. It was smooth. And the reason why was because the animation. But when we see Yata and Fushimi fight, the animation was very crisp. Like, it really was. Like, it was damn good. It was damn good. And the ending was very surprising, because what's her face? I forgot her name, but the supposed friend of Isane, I think her name is Kukuri. I want to say Kukuri. I don't know why, but I don't think that's her name. I don't care. I don't. But what happens is that after Yata and Fushimi, they have their fight. What's happening is that Fushimi, because before they fought, he went into the I think it was the student president's room. He knocked out like one of the assistants, and then they were actually like looking at the school database for Isane, or a student that looked like Isane, or the guy who claimed to be the Colorless King, and they found no matches. They found no fucking matches, and what happened was Yata, he actually wound up bumping into the friend of Isane, and the supposed friend, and then he shows her the picture of the guy who shot that one guy of Team Homura, and she said, "I don't know. Like, I have no idea who he is," and that threw me off. I was like, "What the fuck?" So I don't know what's going on, because it's very strange. Because we assumed that he was a student because he spent so much time there, and he has a student uniform. He has an apartment in their complex. But for even his supposed best friend to not recognize him, I was like, what? Like, I was thinking maybe because, you know, the picture was blurry, or because of the face. I'm not too sure, but I was thinking that she would have said, "I think I know that guy," but no, she said, "I don't know him completely." So that, again, that threw me off. Like, that was like, whoa. So there's something going on here, and I have a feeling that that it has something to do with the Neko character, because I'm not too sure what her agenda is. She's just there, to be honest. And then it makes you wonder, like, what are they doing now? Like, because that before the episode started, or no, like before the fight went down, the one friend, Kukuri, I think it's Kukuri, I'm not too sure, but she told Isane to go and get some fireworks because of the festival. So it's like, what's going on now with the festival and Kuro and Kukuri and Neko? What's going on now in that supposed classroom where he's supposed to be a student studying, but yet at the same time he's not a student, or he's not an applied student in this actual place in this high school? So it's very strange. I like it though, because it's that flavor of mystery that I actually really like. It's actually good, like the way they portray the flavor of mystery about the true character nature of the Colorless King and the character Isane or Shiro. You know, it's very, I like that. And of course, once Kuro finds out, Kuro may in fact just kill him. Like, at the end of the series, we may in fact just see Kuro kill Shiro, like, because he was lying, or he was being tricked, or whatever. I'm not too sure. But more evidence, the more evidence that we find that points to Shiro not being the guy on top of the roof, the more evidence there is to counteract the evidence. And it's like, it's very, yeah. I like it. I do. I really do. But the main gist of this episode was the fight between Fushimi and Yata, and that was good. That was very good, because it was very smooth. The fact that Yata fights with his skateboard is unique, and the fact that he's actually able to use like these weird red pillars. Like, I'm not too sure if it's fire. It appears to be fire or heat, because this color red, it burns, or it produces heat. So I'm assuming it's heat. But the fact that he can make a tornado of that stuff, like, it's awesome. It's awesome. But Fushimi, that was the real surprise, because Fushimi, a lot of bloodlust. I mean, a lot of bloodlust with this guy. Like, this guy likes fighting, which threw me off for a fucking loop. I was like, what? Like I was taken aback. I was like, whoa, like you enjoy fighting way too much, because he was the moment he saw Yata and that one guy, and they were looking around, asking people, do they know who this guy is? You know, Shiro. And he saw that, he opens the window, he winds up actually cutting him off, and then he starts talking smack. And then he starts talking smack about the guy who died, about how they got here, about Anna. Especially, the one thing that really got to him, I think, was when Fushimi was talking about Mikoto, and how he kept on saying Yada's first name, Misaki, I believe so. And he's like, you know, Misaki, and like he kept on taunting his ass. And what happening is that he's like, fuck it. Yada said, fuck it, I'm gonna go kick your ass. And they wind up fighting each other. And again, whoa. Yeah, alright, fuck it. And again, the fighting was good. It was just good, really smooth, really fluid. But again, we see that bloodlust coming from Fushimi. And at some point, Yada is like, you know, like he's duking him out, you know, fairly well. Like they're on par. Like they appear to be on par for like the majority of the fight. And then Fushimi does something very strange. Well, not strange, but very surprising. He takes out a small little dagger and throws it at Yada. But then Yada, he gets hit in the shoulder, and for some reason he's having trouble. After he got hit by a dagger, he's having trouble using his red color, his red, you know, energy, whatever it is. And then Fushimi, he picks up another pair of daggers, and then the daggers are infused with red. Even though he's part of the Blue King sect, he still has maintained the Red King's aura. And that's, you know, like, that's crazy shit. I was like, yo, who is this guy? Like, you know, Fushimi is surprised. He really is. Like, he really is. And what ended up happening is that, what I'm thinking here is that, because, I'm not too sure here, but maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But maybe the way it's set up with the kings and their clans is that they can't fight amongst themselves, which is why when Fushimi threw the red infused dagger, what happened is that, you know, the red energy that Yada had, that was actually being canceled out. That was being canceled out. So that may be, you know, like a contingency plan to prevent conflict within the clans. Like, within, like, the clan, you know, like the actual clans themselves. Because if red guys can't fight each other, then no one can. So then, if red guys can't produce their own energy against each other because they cancel out, then that would mean that no one can dethrone Mikoto or Munakata, because they are the kings, A, and B, because the energy always cancels out. Like, they always cancel each other. In fact, the only way you can probably, like, dethrone them is by the normal means of gun, knife, whatever, but not by using your own energy against another clan member. That's the way it appears to be. And what I will say is that the last section of the fight was pretty damn good too, because we see, you know, Yada, he's like spinning around, he's powering up with his little red tornado, and then Fushimi's laugh, he's like, yeah, here we go, you know, more fun time. And then Fushimi's the assistant of the Blue King, Aoisawa, she comes in there, makes like a cut and shit, she cuts the air, and then she makes like a line, and then says stop fighting. And then she winds up convincing Yata to not pursue the fight any longer. And that was the main gist of that fight. So the fight overall, again, it was very good, because the animation was good. It was very smooth. I mean, very, very fucking smooth, man. It was like they were just going blow for blow, dodging, skateboard cutting on some fencing shit. Like it was very good, very good. And I like the dynamic of the character Fushimi, because Fushimi, he doesn't appear to be a guy who would be enticed by, you know, fighting. In fact, he looks like he would oppose fighting, almost like a pacifist. But instead, no, he enjoys it. He enjoys it. He embraces it. And maybe that's why he left. Maybe that's why he betrayed Team Homura, because even though they appear to be ones that are, you know, like very boisterous, they go out there and they are gung ho guys. Maybe he's a little bit too extreme, you know, like maybe he's a little bit too much. And then he went to the blue guys because he has more power and influence in that sect. since the blue guys are like the police force of the clans, and thus he can do whatever he wants to in that sense when it comes to fighting. So that's what I'm thinking. But overall, the episode, it was a good episode, especially the ending. The beginning was okay, not that great. In fact, no, the beginning kind of sucked. It really did. But the middle and ending, the middle was fantastic. It was great, and the ending was a throw off. It was like, whoa. So yeah. So overall, a great episode of K, the anime. And, you know, I find it kind of funny how they always keep on just missing Shiro. Like, he keeps on escaping out of luck and shit. So, you know. But what happens next, I'm not too sure. But we'll see. So, that being said, I'm done. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.